收集氧气，假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你这里正义。我是你想说我的没能给你人流那个时间，上头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开我的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的我有明显黑了眼圈，你送的玩偶依然陪在身边。记忆逐渐浮现，从开始到终点又重演。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天气。我想和你穿过各类未知和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海拥抱你。我想和你。我想和你。我想和你，在路过那家咖啡店，熟悉又陌生的地点，驻足希望你的身影又出现。还没说出口的抱歉，曾和你约定的诺言，抬头闭眼让泪流进心里面。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天气。我想和你穿过各类未知和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海拥抱你。你到处收集氧气，假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战役，为你到处收集诗句。有过了没完给你人流奶的时间，上头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开后的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的我有明显黑了眼圈，你送的玩偶依然陪在身边。记忆逐渐浮现，从开始到终点又重演。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天气。我想和你穿过各类未知和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海拥抱你。我想和你。我想和你。想要和你低空飞行，和你到处收集氧气。假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战役，为你到处收集诗句。有过了没完给你人流奶的时间，上头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开后的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的我有明显黑了眼圈，你送的玩偶依然陪在身边。记忆逐渐浮现，从开始到终点又重演。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天气。我想和你穿过各类未知和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和 出到日落天际。我想和你穿过隔离位置，和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海，拥抱你。
就除了指标之外，对价钱也是有一点要求。那么我们会看这个股票它突破白色线的这个，它是2毛钱以上还是5毛钱以上呢？如果它是2毛钱以上的话，我们
带你从桥那入迷雾，你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战衣，为你到处收集诗句。有过了没完给你人留来的时间，上头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开后的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的我也明显黑了眼圈。你送的玩偶依然陪在身边，急速潜伏线从开始到终点又重叠。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天际。我想和你穿过隔离位置，和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海，拥抱你。我想和你。我想和你。
Hello.
和你到处收集氧气，假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战衣，为你到处收集诗句。有过了没完给你人留来的时间，上头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开后的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的。
Hello, dear investors and Homely members. We have 2 minutes to start today's livestock diagnosis. So you can share this video out, and very appreciate for that. So that all of our stock friends can also have the chance to diagnose all your shares and to avoid the risk in the current market, and also still can have some chance to make money in the current market. Okay, so 1 minute for you to share this out. You can just send out the message I sent to you. Just come forward to your friend, and you can also click the share out in the Facebook page. Thank you.
我也明显黑了眼圈，你送的玩偶依然陪在身边，急速潜伏线从开始到终点又重叠。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天际。我想和你穿过隔离位置，和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海，拥抱你。我想和你。我想和你。我想和你，再走过那家咖啡店，熟悉又陌生的地点，驻足希望你的身影会出现。还没说出口的抱歉，曾和你约定的诺言，抬头闭眼让泪流进心里面。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天际。我想和你穿过隔离位置，和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海，拥抱你。
标价就是在白色线，但是呢，它的这个
低空飞行，和你到处收集氧气。假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从桥。
不是它直接冲过去了。那么这样的话，我们觉得应该调整一下它的目标价，不是盯到日线的白色线， 现在我们是已经看到周线的这些关于这个
Hello, hello.
它应该是在1670点。
Hello. Our livestock diagnosis video will start now. Thanks for your watching and and your sharing. So today, as I sent you the message already, today have the market have some news or some policies to focus. Okay, I see. Hi, Jack, and Mr. Ben, Hua Chen, and Desmond. Okay, nice to see you. Yeah, the first thing is that you know that we also start with Dow Jones last night. Dow Jones last night slightly up, and because of the bank stocks driving up, right? Driving up the shares, be ahead of the federal annual stress test. So it's kind of a slightly jump up. But we know that the whole US market still very risky, although the shares, although the price is still up. And I want to show you the first slide of this one. Okay, this is a saying by Max. Okay, by Max. He is one of the is a famous investor, and also one of the founder of the Oaktree Capital in the U.S. So he said that no one can stay with certainty that we are 100% in a bubble that is about to burst, but no one can deny that whatever we are buying now, the price has become very high. So it's time for everyone to take a cautious stance and approach, and by the defensive and the high quality shares. Don't be too aggressive. Okay, he warned. And the middle March is a time to be aggressive, but now a time to be cautious. So it's also suitable for Malaysia shares, right? In middle March, also very good time to be aggressive. You need to dare to jump in, and but now is the time to maybe take your profit if you have made some, especially in the glove one. And today I have collect some shares from the investors, and later I will diagnosis is also will share diagnosis by that. This is one thing, and because of the some reasons. First thing, the spike of the coronavirus in the US, and also the US face the coming. The US faced the coming 1,700 1 billion 1,700,000,000 shares sell off. Okay, sell off in this end of this month, and also we can call it the funds. The funds try to swap the shares in the end of the June, right? They will switch the shares, so maybe cause the sell-off in the current market. So it's very important for you to know if your shares is one of the share that will sell off, then you will need to take a profit by following them. But if your share is still strong, then no need. Okay. And in the Malaysia shares, we know in the Malaysia market, we know that the announcement of the suspension of sell off, okay, the short selling suspension. We don't know if it will extend or not, so we also need to keep cautions, right? If have a good news, means the announcement of the short selling suspension extends, then actually it's better for our share investor, because we buy long by alongside, right? But if not, then maybe you also need to prepare to take a profit lah. Okay, this is for the local market, and this is what we want to share with you. So let's go today's sharing. So I think you can see my screen. Okay, so today the first the share I want to diagnosis is from the investor Wu Yo Wei. Yeah, Wu Yo Wei. So he still want to diagnose the Care Plus. I find that every day, yeah, their shares diagnosis, they must have their glove stocks yesterday about the top glove and the LKL, right? They got the Care Plus. So I put this one. There is a different indicator of a harmonious of it. Actually, when we talk about the US market, we need to focus on policy, some news, because it can really influence the market a lot and stimulate some shares for not only long term. Okay, the effect is stronger than the Malaysian market, because why? Because the US market is kind of institutional priority or leading share market. So you need to you need to know some value or fundamental size. But in Malaysian market, I'm not means that fundamental is not important. In Malaysian market, it more focus is more tends to be like institutional leading priority share market. So that sometimes the news is not so important, because all the news, all the things is followed or controlled by their bankers. But in Malaysian market, you also need to focus care about their policy. Okay, policy and the fundamental of policy and the bankers is both very important. But sometimes their bankers will also make use of the policy. I mean not control, but make use of the policy to take the profit or build their position. So you need to know the movement of the bankers first, and then combine some news, combine some policy lah. So that's why when I diagnose the Malaysia share, I will more focus on the tactical analysis. Yeah, enough already. But the fundamental side, yeah, you're my teacher. Okay. So about the Care Plus, I put this different color. You can see 4 colors here. Actually, this is for buy and sell. It's not so important when we first diagnose the share. We need to check the MCD here first. The MCD, as we mentioned before, is tells you if there are big funds inside of your share. Big funds, we can call it institutional funds, or you can make it simple as bankers. Bankers is around 72% now. Here is the value. 70% means still the bankers are fully highly controlled. And their rainbow always tell you the direction, the right direction. If your shares stand above the white line, still should be safe and okay. But what I just said, that you need to take a look about the current risky in the current market. So I put the strong signal here. If you're a member, you can go to your software and you can find this strong signal in the right toolbar. It's for buy and sell. Yeah, hi, Nadra and Shirley, yeah, and Janice. Nice to see you. Okay, strong signal, you can come out, you can call it out, and you can see there are different buy and sell, because we just confirmed the bank is still there, just a little bit decrease, and the trend also okay. Now we take a look about the buy and sell point. So we need to take a look about the 4 colors. Okay, we'll show you the 4 colors. So the blue color, actually you hold the share, you just hold the share. And the light blue color, you just keep cash in your pocket. Okay, so what's the color of the current candle? Actually, it's light blue. Light blue means that you keep the money in your pocket, not in the market. Okay, so means you're empty. So when can we do the empty become turns from hold the share? Okay, you see the yellow color. The yellow color actually is a sell point. But of course, it's for short term. It's for short term sell point. This day you need to sell, and later on you can see after you sell your share, later on it didn't break out. Okay, didn't break out, so still have some resistant. Even here have 2-3 days rebound, but it still cannot break out the yellow candle's price. Then it drop again. So we take before, okay, I can also show you before the red color is the buy point. Buy point, okay, once you buy the dark blue, the blue color tells you can hold the share. Okay, just hold the share. And then until you see the yellow color, you can sell your share in short term. So we can take a look about the current market. Okay, this is today's market. Today's Care Plus. Actually, I think this is let's see. This is daily chart of today. You can see the price is still very still very weak, right? Very weak. But in this real-time chart, we cannot see this one. But as we see the trend, of course, today is still light blue color. If you sell this share before this day actually is June 12th, then there's nothing with you, right? The drop is there's no matter with you. But okay, if you say, okay, I'm long-term trader. Okay, long-term trader, how long? 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months, or yearly, very long term or medium long term. So if you trade like 2 or 3 months, you just focus the blue lines, the yellow lines. If you break down the yellow lines, take your profit. Okay, if you medium long term, you focus the blue lines and the white line. If they break down the blue lines and the white line, take a profit. Okay, but short term already, Harmony Software already remind you sell on June 12th. Okay, June 12th. So, but if you do intraday, okay, this is 3 different types. Intraday, we go to the tick chart. Tick chart also no chance today, right? Also no chance. You see, if we call out their bankers in the tick chart, also you can see no bankers here, only yellow one. Okay, only yellow one and the green retailers. Green retailers, no big chance if in intraday also. So this is Care Plus. And also, when we take a look about the healthcare sector, this is the healthcare sector, also appeared the sell point on June 15. Okay, here is the date, June 15. So after June 15, the share, their healthcare sector very weak, and they didn't break up the half price of their big candle. Bankers keep decreasing. So I'm not saying that you must sell, because some of you do the medium long term, but short term must sell earlier. Okay, must sell earlier. But you say, if I am short term trader, but I didn't sell, how should I do? Okay, you need to find a rebound to sell. Okay, how to say what is rebound? So for example, now it's the stop, right? Later on maybe have some rally, very small rally. After the rally, small rally finished, small rise finished, then you take a profit. For example, in the tick chart, this is a very small rally. If I put the indicator here, you can find, okay, when the red bar, the red letter turns green, you should sell. Okay, find a rebound finish, then you sell. The first one, okay, and let's see the next one. Lily, okay, Miss Lily, one canteen. I know many investors bought their canteen for dividend for long term. I'm not sure if you are, and you say your entry price is a 4.25. 4.25, I think, I don't know if it's recently, just a few days ago, but if this left side, okay, I don't know. But if you buy this side, and you can see, the first thing we check the bankers. The bankers around 23%. So we say the shares is not so strong if it below 50%, right? If it below 50%. So your strategy is like medium short term. And later on, when you check the price, and you can see the price is below the high line. If the price is below the white line, your strategy also medium short term. So you can see, and the share didn't break up the blue line, and also 2 times didn't break up and then fall back. So if you bought on 4.25, 4.25 is around, it's around here. Okay, it's around here. So I think at this time, no sell, no buy point, right? Here, no buy point. Okay. And at the same time, now it's blue, light blue color. Light blue color means you keep your cash in your pocket, and before you sell already. So let's take a look at today's price, 3182. Also slightly rebound, right? Very slightly rebound. And one more thing we can take a look about the sector today. Where's the sector? Oh, here's the sector. Okay, the sector today, actually, we can see the energy slightly rebound, and the technology slightly rebound, very slightly, and the consumer slightly rebound. And you can see only 333 shares increase, gainers. The losers is 383. Most of the shares is make even, not so active in the market, because the investors are also feels faint in the current market. They don't know how to do, they don't know the direction, because a lot of news are waiting for their, so more cautious. So as we said before, if you cannot see the market clearly, you better just more conservative, right? Conservative, and do not do anything after the market become clearly. But one thing is very important for us: if you cannot see the market, for example, the market is in sideways, you need to filter your shares. Okay, with the software, find the strong shares. You no need to buy because you'll be cautious, but you can put it into your watch list later on. Once the market confirmed, for example, in uptrend, for example, it breakout, then these shares are the dark horse that will fly. Okay, that will fly. Okay, this is their Argentina is slightly rebound, but actually still not so strong. If you want to do short term, very small portion, but now no buy points. But if you say you buy before, if you do long term, we can take a look about the weekly or monthly chart. We can take a look about the quarterly chart of the Argentine. And the Argentine, we can just draw a line. You can also see, if we draw a line, actually you also break down, right? Break down the uptrend line, and in the quarterly chart you can see the bank is decreasing. It's not a very good sign. So even now the market breakout increase is just a rebound. It's just a rebound, and the half of this big negative candle is your resistance. The price is 4.8. The current price is 419. Okay, so this is resistance, strong resistance. If it cannot, then you will meet another further drop. Okay, and the next one, J in. Okay, I will also pick one you left in the comment, which you are watching my live, because very appreciate for your watching. So, anyone? Okay. Light Pi Land, okay? This investor, Light Pen Line, LKL, HLT, right? HLT also the glove one, right? Also the glove one, and you see before is very strong, but if you left your shares in the comment, don't forget to put your entry price. If you don't have the share, you can write you're waiting to buy like this. Otherwise, I will pass. Okay, DRB, Kevin Dan. DRB. Okay, you also didn't put your entry price up, better put it. Okay, we take a look about HLT. HLT, and we just said long term, no problem. And if we say short term is like this one. Short term also have sell point before, and you can see this is kind of for penny stock in the healthcare, the glove stocks. So it will be more active or sensitive. So the shares, the bankers decreased to 57%. And now also the sell point appeared on June 12th. Now is reminder keep cash. And we take a look about today's chart. Okay, this is a PC real time. PC key. Today keep dropping, right? Keep dropping. If you sold this share on June 12th, then no problem, right? Then no problem. Okay, Eucharist, Alicia, Eucharist. And your entry price is 0.15 yesterday, right? Because yesterday the close price is 0.15. This share actually, before I remember, we also diagnosis before. So we take a look about the long term first. Very important for us to see if you have strong support resistance in the long term. Otherwise, it's a very good one. Okay, you see the trend is good, and have support by the uptrend line. This yield crest, and now it's rebound. Actually, the space is not bad, right? But why not so strong? Because actually the bankers just remains there, didn't push up very obviously, okay? But actually in long term, it have support, no big resistance. And then we go to the daily chart. Okay, enough. Otherwise, I cannot diagnose this all. Thank you, Li Yin and Dan Hong Wei, Mr. Amer. Okay, Victor. We can stop for a while. Okay. So we will go to the daily chart. We go to the daily chart, and we call out the strong signal, and we call out the rainbow, and we can see it just break up the white line before. It's very important for us to see this because the shares will become more bullish if we break up the white line. White line tells you if the share is a bullish one or bearish one. Okay, if the share is stand above the white line, then it's better. Before it break out with the bankers around 50%, but after it break up, it drop back and gets support by the white line. So far this share it didn't break down by support by the white line, but actually it didn't increase a lot because of why? Because the bankers didn't push up. So you know that why not? Why we cannot check the pattern only? Because the pattern is just tell you the regularity of the history, but sometimes we need their root cause of their market, their bankers, the funds to push up it. Okay, otherwise it will fail. So if you say I only use the pattern, then everyone will use the pattern 100%. Okay, so we need to use the capital to double confirm your pattern is good or not. So even though here have a support, actually because the bankers didn't support, that's why it didn't spike. Okay, it didn't spike. But so far, if it didn't break down the white line, so far still no big problem. And we can check today's live chart. Today's live chart also sideways here, right? Also sideways, and you can see the bankers percentage is around 11%, and the locked retailers is around 49%, and the hot money, the yellow hot money is 38%. Okay, 38% means that okay, the retailers takes advantage in this market. This share, you cannot buy long term, you cannot buy a lot because of their funds. Okay, decide everything. And if you buy yesterday and today, because today the bankers didn't increasing, so still kind of sideways here. Okay. And okay, yesterday we continue yesterday's share. Mr. An SY 7245. 7245 is this one actually is a strong one, and when we take a look about the weekly or the monthly chart, long-term chart, actually we can see in long-term of this WZ Satu, and we can see actually the current price, current quarter have resistance by the previous low. Previous low is a support, right? Previous low is a support. And then after it gets support, we need to see if I have bankers to also follow. Actually have a little bit better than none, right? Because the last quarter have no bankers, almost zero bankers. But this quarter already have 11 quarter, have 11%. So this is a good sign. So actually short term, if have chance, you can do. And I think this is very good rebound shares in the current market. But your price is 0.27. 27, a little bit higher. I'm not sure if this one because this high price is 0.275 or you bought before, I don't know. So we can see actually this day really is have a buy point because you break up the Y9 also gets support by the Y9 and the bankers didn't decrease, have for more than 50%. Current price have 37%. Let's see today. Today, okay. And we can see this share is which indicator? Material. Okay, material sector. And the material sector, we can also take a look. Here don't have the material sector. Okay, don't have material sector, no problem. We can see today's charts, right? Today's are still slightly up 2%, right? 2%. So if you follow this strong signal, actually didn't remind you to sell, right? Still can hold it. But if you do very short term, better use the mini chart. Better use the mini chart. If you use 60-minute chart, actually yesterday, June 22nd, okay, June 22nd have sell point, but today have buy point again. Okay, if short term, you use 60-minute chart or 30-minute chart have buy point again. But if you do like a medium short term, you check the daily chart, you still can hold it, and the bankers didn't decrease. At least it kind of remain, okay, slightly decrease, no big problem, kind of remain. Yesterday is 37%. Today the banker is 39%. 39%. Okay. And this is 7245 from investor on SY. And okay, we choose another one from here. HLT. Okay. I will choose the one with the price and the entry. Okay, lotion. Mr. Amel, lotion. Okay, Notion. Okay, we take a look about the Notion. It's also technology, right? Technology share, because yesterday we mentioned the technology share is not bad, and we can take a look in the quarterly chart. Okay, hey, I remember yesterday we diagnosed this one, right? Okay, so far the long term no big problem, and the short term we can also call with the strong signal, and then the rainbow. Your entry price is 0.64. 0.64. Actually, yesterday's close price is 0.64. So I guess you're a short-term trader, right? Short-term trader. And but you can see at the current price, the current situation is the bankers a little bit decreasing, the retailers increase a lot, and yesterday we mentioned that actually this share, the notion more the strategy for this notion is kind of a middle short term. So your trading months, your trading period is like 1 or 2 months like that. So you can see here is a buy point, and here sell, buy again, sell again, and here another sell. The last sell point is June the 3rd. I think yesterday have a buy point, right? If I zoom out, can I see? Okay, here have a side buy point, but actually you can see this is a sideway. The sideway buy point is not so sensitive. Okay, if you use the trend indicator in sideway market, it's not so sensitive, and you need to double confirm with the MCD notes. Lots increased a lot, and we can see the rainbow a little bit gathering, right? So we take a look about today's chart. Today's chart keep dropping. Okay, still keep dropping, not so strong, right? Not so strong as we analyze in the daily chart, because the retailers still around 48%, almost 50% of the retailers. So after you sell, there's no a good chance to entry now. And if you do short term, we take a look about 60-minute chart. This is 60-minute chart. Okay, 60-minute chart actually also no buy point, right? Red to green is sell point. Yesterday we shared. If you trade 30-minute chart, 30-minute chart also no big entry point. Okay, so short term also no big chance. Long term we already remind you to sell on June the 3rd. Okay, so this is a notion from Mr. Amel, and we choose the last one. We choose the last one. Kevin, okay, Kevin, DRB. DRB. Okay, DRB, 1.5 before your entry before, I think around If 1.5 is here, okay, so congratulations, this share you still make money. Okay, so we take a look about the long term first. If long term, so like this, long term, actually the trend is not bad, right? The trend is not bad long term, and you can draw a line. Actually, here also have some support, and the bankers in the quarterly chart is around 39%, not bad. And now this is the current quarter price, and you still have some space to the previous high. Okay, so far no big problem. So we go to daily chart, is have a very good rebound, and this rebound, and if we use the strong signal, and we can see is now is blue color, right? Blue color. So we take a look about today's chart. Today's chart slightly drop, right? Slightly drop, but it's kind of a doji, right? When we see when we keep it bigger, it's kind of a doji, not so strong. So it didn't drop, it didn't gain, it didn't lose like this lah, sideways, a little bit sideways. But actually the bankers didn't decrease, so still can hold up for medium term or for medium long term. But if you do short term, we go to the tick chart. Tick chart in the beginning of today's chart, okay, here is the buy point. Okay, here green turn to red is your buy point, and later on sell, here sell, after sell, here have another buy point. This is for intraday. Intraday you can also use the home lead to follow, because in the tick chart, this is a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart, their home lead software can also remind you the buy point and sell point. But although this DRP have buy point in tick chart for intraday player, but you can see not so strong, because in the tick chart there is no bankers here. We still have some shares have bankers inside of the tick chart, because you need to compare, then you know the result, because yeah, different shares. For example, this share, you see, increased 3% already. You can see if you do intraday, okay, you buy from when their green bar turns to red bar, and you can see later on after you keep and have bankers in the tick chart, right, in the intraday. So as an intraday, I think you make money. Here is the price here is 779, and when you sell here is 8 already, okay, 80 cents already, right? 80 cents. So you make a 1 cent plus, okay, a 1 cent plus. And here you have sell point. Now no buy point for intraday. But for middle long term, still okay, right? Very strong. With bankers more than 82%, still very strong. Okay, that's the difference between the strong share and the weak share. So what I want to remind you is that in the current price, actually, if your share is still very strong and no sell points, like this one now, okay, like this one. So if it's still very strong and also it's blue color with a lot of bankers inside, you just keep, no need to worry. Okay, but if you don't have the two, better have one. Okay, so that if they have a sell point, you can hold it, and you still can hold it. But if some of the share, if have a sell point in the top area, you need to be cautious. One example is the glove stocks. I'm not meaning the glove stocks. All the glove stocks is taking area, taking profit area, but I mean that because short term have sell points. If your middle term, you also need to cut loss, or I mean not cut loss, take like a half of your portion, and then later on if you have buy point again, of course you can buy back. Maybe you say that okay, because the US their re-spike of the coronavirus cases, so maybe this glove can be good again. Okay, that's good. If it can come back again, you can buy it back, because this is a safe way to do. Okay, safe way to do. The whole market is still be cautious, like I shared you today, right? It cannot be so aggressive like the middle of the March, right? This is what I want to share. So because the time is limit, if you want to diagnose this share, I will choose the one who sent to my WhatsApp to diagnose in my next session. You just send your share code number and the entry price to 011 1652 7962 to the then I will choose to diagnose in the share. And of course, if beside the shares diagnosis. If you want to know more details of the whole harmony system, you can attend our class. This Saturday, we have a public class. Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. Okay, 2 to 4 p.m. How to be a cameraman. Okay, 270. We have have a course. Okay, this is Mandarin. English also have. English is this Saturday, means tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Okay, English version. The Mandarin version is tomorrow 2 p.m. Okay, if you want to sign up the course, you just WhatsApp your name to 011-1652-7962. Okay, send your name to 011-1652-7962 to attend the preview class. In the preview class, we will share you the strategy for the current market, not only in Malaysia, but US, the global one, how to lay out your strategy. Then we also diagnosis share. And besides, we will share you a very, very good strategy for the current market. No matter short term or long term, you still can learn and benefit from it. If you use this method, you still can make money. Cannot say very big money, but keep you safe in the market first, and then you can money step by step. Okay, so market is one thing. Okay, it can help us to make bigger money, but the system is very important for us to keep ourselves first, and then you can make small money or bigger money. Which is depends on the market. Okay, so that's almost all for today, and I see a lot of investors leave your shares in my Facebook comment. Thanks. And I will diagnosis later, but cannot make sure that reply all. So the best way for you to make sure you can diagnosis your share is that send your share code number and the enterprise to my WhatsApp 011-1652-7962. Okay, so this is the best way. Okay, so that's all for today, and thanks for your watching, and thanks for your sharing. If you feel you can benefit a little bit in today's video, so welcome to share it out to your friends or to your Facebook group or to your other stock friends group. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.
闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战衣，为你到处收集诗句。有过了每晚给你人留奶的时间，床头还写着我们没看完的影片。离开后的时间，你是否还失眠？暂不熬夜的我有明显黑了眼圈，你送的玩偶依然陪在身边，记忆逐渐浮现，从开始到终点又重叠。我想和你一起闯进森林，潜入海底。我想和你一起看日出到日落天气。我想和你穿过各类未知和时间飞行。我想见你，穿过教堂和人海拥抱你。我想和你。和你到处收集氧气，假如迷雾你看不清，不如坠入我的心里。想带你从吵闹到安宁，想带你从多云到转晴，想要为你整理战衣，为你到处收集诗句。有过了每晚给你人留奶的时间，床头还写着我们没